Hi guys, I'm on Pacific, and today we're going to talk about a phrase that I dislike called back in my day. I hate this term so much. You know, you're sitting here, right? You're me, right? Playing freaking video games, you know, having a good time. And all of a sudden, you know, someone walks in, they're like, back in my day, we didn't have video games. You had to go outside and play with a stick and a rock. Maybe not like that. I've never actually had that told to me, but you get what I'm talking about. Well, these people are hypocrites. I'm going to tell you why. Now, we're going to use the farmer, for example, because it's easy. Now, I'm not saying all farmers say this, but I'm going to use this as an example. Okay? Farmer, right? He's like, well, back in my day, we didn't have to, you know, use motors on tractors. We had to use horses. Well, if you had to use horses on tractors, if you really believed back in the olden days was better, then why don't you go back in time to where you had to farm with literally nothing but your hands? You had no fertilizer, you had no horses, you had no chariots, you had nothing. Alright? They really believe that, they would do that. But they don't, because they're just rambling their mouth off. If you really believe that the good old days was better, how about you go back, you know, to the life of being a true human, where you didn't even have technology, where you ran around, every single person ran around, hunting animals, gathering berries, and all they had time for was memorizing where they lived and all the plants and stuff. Alright, if you really believed that the good old days was better, you wouldn't even be telling us to do that, because your opinion wouldn't matter. You would be worried more about surviving. If you really cared about the olden times, you would go back to the lifestyle of not even caring what other people said and just surviving. Alright? You wouldn't use cars, you wouldn't use tractors, you wouldn't even farm at that point. Right? 50,000 years ago, there was no farming. Alright? Farming is a recent human invention. And you sit there, right? No, video games and freaking the news is all political. Back in time, there was no politics. Alright, if you believed that the farther back in human history you go, you know, and by the way, this guy's probably like 80 years old, takes 50,000 medication. If you really believed that, you would have been dead 40 years ago. And it wouldn't even matter now, because you would be dead. And everyone else would keep on living, you know, curing diseases and developing new ways to grow more food for more people, and more people can actually do what they want and have fun and be happy, you know. The important thing, not freaking, oh, I'm all tough and that. You can be as tough as you want and be unhappy. Alright? Toughness and wealth is not happiness. You gotta be happy with what you're doing. I'm happy right now. Alright? I play video games. I go to school. You know, these guys probably didn't even go to college. They're too stupid to go to college, but, you know, other people that actually get stuff done, like freaking Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, building computers, so freaking people can eventually rant on Twitter. My gosh. You know, building computers so you have GPSs so you don't get lost and die, right? They're the people that were like, you know what, we're not going to talk about the good old days. We're going to make human civilization amazing. And then there's all these people sitting there, tractors that are powered by horses are better than gas, and blah, 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 blah. I don't know, those people, if they really cared, would have died at the age of 40. They would have been dead. And by then, they probably would have reverted back to their comfortable lifestyle where they get tractors to farm with instead of bare hands, you know. Alright, that was my rant about the freaking phrase back in the good old days. I hate it so much. It's backwards thinking that needs to not happen. Alright, if you like this video, tell me what you thought in the comments. If you didn't like it, you disagree with me, I'm not going to be a jerk. You can disagree with me. I don't care. Tell me in the comments below. I'm on Pacific. See you later.